Welcome back to Intensive Treatment's playthrough of Batman Arkham Origins, and we're gonna go investigate a crime scene. Doesn't that sound like so much fun?
Yeah. Oh man,
The crowd so enthused, just like,
it's
yeah.
the crowd goes wild. Wee.
Whee!
You know,
Uh,
I give them props for trying to make a detective thing in this game, but it just doesn't really feel very good.
it doesn't feel very intuitive. Like, I feel like it's
No.
it's a neat idea in theory, which we've said before, but I think it's executed not to what it could have been.
Well, also too, there's not actually any detective work being done. You're just
Not really.
recreating a crime scene. At least there's no detective work being done by the player from our point of view. Like, yeah, Batman is doing detective work, but like for all its terribleness, Gotham Knights had the right idea in trying to let the player do the detective work. Um I don't really like the way it was executed, but um at least it was more hands-on than this is.
Even
Um
even the Telltale games, like the
oh,
Telltale
they were
games,
much better.
they were much better at actually having you figure out connections by yourself. Like it wasn't just like, it's just like you scan this object right here and that'll, you know, uh, you know, put the pieces into this puzzle that is super easy to figure out. But it's just like you actually had to piece connections together and be like, and if you got it wrong, the game would tell you if you got it wrong. You're just like, oh, you fucked up.
Right.
You got to try again.
Yeah.
So. But this, it's just like, whatever thing could have happened is just like, well, it's just basically told to you like in excruciating detail, and you can already
Right.
guess what happened. You can already tell how most of the events are going to go, even just by looking at the crime scene itself. It's just painfully
It's pretty
obvious.
ass.
So it's pretty terrible. So
Yeah.
fucking like,
These
yeah.
bastards, these fucking bastards.
I hate this room just because of like there's so much here. It
Yeah.
also like some of the points where you have to scan stuff doesn't work 100%.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. If he didn't kill Black Mask, then who did? Like, I don't know, Roger. Why don't you tell me?
Yeah. If they ever do an Origin sequel, I hope this idea never comes back. Like I
Me
never want
too.
to see this again.
It's just boring.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Because, like, obviously we can hear him doing detective work, but I'm just like, the player's just scanning a spot. And then it
Yeah.
tells you
Yeah.
to scan. Oh, yeah, it's going to highlight it for me.
And
Thanks,
then it
game.
just like it reconstructs it into the perfect detail. Like
Yeah, how is that even possible?
it's not possible.
Even I don't even think Batman in the comics would have shit like this.
No.
Unless it was like the 50s.
Like you have to this has to be in like Batman Beyond era, right? Like there's
Yeah,
no
that would make sense.
yeah. I guess I stand corrected. The only time I would want this to come back in any form or fashion is with a Batman Beyond game.
Yep,
Because
which looks like
Terry,
we're probably going to get that.
which yeah.
You know what, though?
um
There's way more intuitive ways they could do detective work in a Beyond game anyway, so I hope this doesn't return in a Beyond game.
yeah, but it would be a lot more plausible than like,
Yeah, for sure.
whenever the fuck this game takes place, like whether it's
2013.
2013. Yeah.
What a terrible year. Thanks,
Yeah, it's
WB
just
Montreal.
I never got this where it was like, okay, you're scanning points, like it's reconstructing it perfectly.
Yep.
Like there's nothing, like just like every
There's
movement, everything.
nothing.
There's nothing. Every movement that they do, like every action, is recreated perfectly,
Yep.
which is just complete bullshit. Like there's no way this could ever happen.
Yep.
We dunk on stuff like CSI, kind of doing their fucking bullshit, like analyzing crap. But this is just sort of like this is this is beyond the border of ridiculousness. So. The Joker.
Well, I wonder who that is.
We never saw this person before, so. Man, Batman, you're looking so pissed off for just reconstructing the crime scene.
I know.
It makes me laugh when Batman's face does this, where it's just like after a fight or something, it's just
It's
like it
stuck
just
in the.
contorts. Yeah.
They couldn't even bother fixing that.
No.
Oh
God.
wow, the most useless thing in the entire game.
It
You have
is
to go
pretty
pick it up.
useless. Yeah. Acquire the concussion detonator at the Batcave. Fuck your concussion detonator. Just leave it at home. I wish this was just an option. Like, you didn't need to get the concussion detonator to...
Yeah.
It's just like, why do we have to go back to the vet? Like, oh, God. For a weapon that, like, you'll never use ever.
How
in
about
any
all the
circumstance.
times they just, like, Batman has supply drops come out? Like, what about it? Just drop it. Just drop that shit in the city, Alfred. Send it to
You
me.
don't understand. This is before they could do that. This is his origin. Like, this is early.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like they supply dropped him a cure for Copperhead's poison. Oh. Like that.
But that was an accident. Like, just like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck
Shut
up.
up.
Shut the fuck up.
Get out. Get out. You don't deserve my help.
It's just I hate it whenever we have to go back to the Batcave for anything. It's just like
I know.
Like for certain
Feels like it
points,
takes
it's like,
forever too.
yeah, it's just like I'm waiting through this long loading screen just for, it's like whatever.
Your concussion detonator, sir. It's ready, sir.
Detective Butler Ghost. Let me phase through you.
I know.
You know what bugs me about the concussion detonator is that it has the exact same design as the glue grenade we're going to see later. Or at least
Yep.
it's pretty damn close. Maybe I'll talk to Alfred.
At least you'll probably get some XP from that.
Maybe. I guess I was trying to, yeah. That's one. I guess one tip is always talk to Alfred whenever you're in the Batcave because he gives you a shit ton of experience.
There it was.
Yeah.
6,000, baby.
And I think it increases as the game goes on. I'm pretty sure. What am I doing? Oh, I'm up. Okay, I'm upgrading.
Oh, you're upgrading.
I was like, Batman? Or past me? What are you doing? All right. Anyway. So we're going to the GCPD now.
Oh, no. God help us. This section's, like, rough. Not hard, just I hate it.
It's rough. Yeah, you're right.
Plus, as soon as you think it's going to be about over, you have to go to the basement.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Like, it's just like you're going through these hallways and these rooms, which at first is like, okay, whatever, it's just cops and shit. It's a little confusing, admittedly, and then it's just like, oh, I need to use the disruptor gadget, or I need to go get it.
Yeah.
Batman, like, they're like, he decides like, oh, I'm gonna go get the disruptor before I go get the get the thing for the National Criminal Database and shit. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, do you have your fucking priorities straight, dude?
No, he does not.
No, he doesn't. Perfect glide technique, baby. God, it's such a pain in the ass getting anywhere. Like I can't I can't say enough how the control in this game like is just atrocious. It feels terrible to play.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It may it may look like Arkham City, um, in every regard, but it doesn't feel like Arkham City. And I
Nope.
don't know, like this is something that we've been talking about with like our subscribers and people who are real defenders of this. And they're like, "Oh, the game is fine. You're just crazy or whatever." It's just like, dude, literally play both games back to back. There's a clear difference, and I don't know what they did, but it just feels wrong.
It does. Everything feels just terrible. It almost feels like they took Arkham City and they said, okay, let's make everything look like we put like a padding of clay on it to
Mhm.
make everything weaker and bigger and slower. Like Batman looks like he's like a Mattel toy.
He does kind of look like a toy. You are a toy.
Everyone has like this shining skin and like I don't know. It's
I
just
feel
it
like
doesn't work for me.
I feel like part of the design process, whenever when they were working on this, was like, okay, you remember how great Batman felt in Arkham City? Just add like 20 pounds more weight onto him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're showing off the concussion detonator. This is the only time that I'm using it. So
You know what, too? It doesn't even make sense that he'd be heavier earlier in his career.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, technically he could have packed on more muscle, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem. They make it seem like he's supposed to be way more agile and
yeah,
younger, and I don't know. And it
but
just
he
doesn't.
isn't. He
No.
just isn't. That was weird. Had to upgrade again. The same things too.
It's weird.
Yeah, this game's broken.
It literally is, guys.
I saw somewhere, Batman, this is not the time to take your fucking smartphone out, dipshit.
What are you
Um,
doing, Batman?
but I saw somewhere that somebody was talking about the graphics, and it's like, oh, this looks
Mhm.
far superior to Arkham. What about
No
this looks better?
way. No way. Did someone really say that?
I saw it somewhere. I forget where. It might have been Twitter or
Probably
something.
Twitter. Twitter's a cesspool.
But yeah, somebody's like, oh, these graphics are far superior in this compared to City and the site. It's just like,
It actually, like, I think it should be factually pointed out that this game looks worse.
in every sense, like every
Every
regard.
way. The color palette's worse. The actual models look terrible. Look at his gloves. Just look at Batman's gloves. They look like rubber.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Even just even like I'm looking at it right now, shadows
Oh,
are
yeah.
pixelated and they just look awful
Yep.
up close and from a
Look at
distance.
that. Look at that SWAT officer. Like, he looks terrible.
Yeah.
And you're going to compare that to the great, like, Joker thugs in Arkham City? How they look? Super detailed. It could go into incredibly descriptive detail so we all know.
Yeah.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
But yeah, that's criminal that somebody would say that. You know what though? I was talking to a friend of mine a couple weeks ago, and he's a little bit older, and he was talking to me about social media, and he just goes, "Yeah, you know the problem with the internet is it's good for some things, but then you get to this portion that's like Twitter and all these people on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and it's like." The internet gave people that should never and don't deserve a microphone. It gave them a microphone. And they can just say and do whatever they want with no consequences. And it's like, yeah, that's the bad part of the internet. Like what
Yeah.
dumbass is going to sit here and tell me that? Like they don't deserve to be on the internet.
Right. Absolutely. We'll talk about those dumbasses more in the next one.
What a great cutoff.
Yeah. But yeah, have a great night, everyone, and stay locked up, of course, friendos.
Bye.